the pride in our heart. ASEAN, we are born as one, looking outward to the world. For peace now go from the very start, and for prosperity to last. We dare to dream, we dare to share together for ASEAN. We dare to dream, we dare to share for this way of ASEAN.
Your Excellencies, Ambassadors of the ASEAN member countries, Your Excellencies, Ambassadors and the representatives of the ASEAN partner countries, Excellency Dr. Andras Barani, Deputy State Secretary for the Development of Eastern Relations, Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade of Hungary, and dear guests, good morning. It's a great honor for me and my staff to welcome you to Wisma, Indonesia on the ASEAN 52nd anniversary today. We hope that in the coming years, ASEAN countries as well as ASEAN partner countries continue cooperating and fostering good relations to achieve the ASEAN vision agreed upon by our leaders. As Thailand is the chair of ASEAN for 2019, I would like to invite Ambassador Jakrit Trivali to deliver his remark on the ASEAN advancement during its chairmanship. In commemorating this ASEAN Day, we have also prepared all ASEAN cuisine as a symbol of one community for you to enjoy. Thank you very much.
Thank you all for being with us on this year's celebration of ASEAN Day. I'm honored to address this distinguished gathering on behalf of Thailand as the rotating ASEAN chairmanship falls to us this year. I'm grateful to Ambassador Dimas Wahab of Indonesia for so kindly hosting this event. It was on this day 52 years ago that the foreign ministers of 5 Southeast Asian countries came together in Bangkok to sign a document known as the Bangkok Declaration, establishing the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN. As ASEAN grew to include 10 member states, it gradually laid a foundation for cooperation and trust in a region once torn by war and strife. It has now become a community and a single market with a population of well over 600 million. The European Union, of which Hungary is of course a member, is recognized as a natural partner by ASEAN. What the European Union is to Europe, ASEAN is to Southeast Asia, a regional vehicle for peace, security, and prosperity through closer cooperation. Although there are important differences between the two in structure, scale, level of integration, and so forth, each is indispensable to its respective region. Since 1977, when the EU became a dialogue partner of ASEAN, the relations between the two have steadily grown. The EU is the largest investor and the third largest trading partner of ASEAN. ASEAN-EU cooperation today covers all 3 pillars of ASEAN's work: political security, economic, and socio-cultural. The cooperation includes such issues as connectivity and transportation, and challenges like terrorism, transnational crime, and IUU fishing. All this is guided by the ASEAN-EU Plan of Action for 2018 to 2022, adopted in Manila in 2017, the 40th year of ASEAN-EU dialogue relations. Given the durability, depth, and breadth of the cooperation, the two sides have agreed in principle to elevate ASEAN-EU relations to a strategic partnership which Thailand hopes can be realized in an expeditious manner. This year, under the theme Advancing Partnership for Sustainability, Thailand aims for ASEAN to work with partners within and outside the region to promote sustainability in all dimensions. Our most recent activity in this regard is the foreign policy dialogues between ASEAN foreign ministers and their dialogue partner counterparts, known as the AMM-PMC, or the ASEAN Foreign Ministers Meeting and Post-Ministerial Conferences, concluded earlier this month. Important as the ministers' meetings are, the most keenly watched are the summits. Each year, the chair hosts not one but 2 ASEAN summits. The first involves only the leaders of member countries, and the second, this year to be held in November, also includes those of its 10 dialogue partners. At the first summit in June this year, ASEAN leaders agreed on enhancing sustainability on several fronts, including sustainable security. At the summit, ASEAN leaders adopted the ASEAN Outlook on the Indo-Pacific. This outlook is ASEAN's own perspective on the Indo-Pacific concept and promoting regional peace and prosperity within this context. The summit also expressed concern over the tide of protectionism and anti-globalization and reaffirmed ASEAN's strong commitment to rules-based multilateralism. With the second ASEAN-EU Dialogue on Sustainable Development to be hosted by the EU later this year, we hope to work closely with the EU on such issues as climate change, as well as sustainable consumption and production. So as you can see, the work of ASEAN and the EU are guided by many of the same concerns. And like the EU, ASEAN is an ongoing experiment in regional integration. There will always be tensions between the forces that draw us together and those that would pull us apart. These challenges, and more that lie ahead, will require of us ever greater trust and closer cooperation, not only among ourselves, but also with our external partners. For its part, Thailand, in its capacity as ASEAN Chair this year, will work closely with the EU and all concerned so that ASEAN continues to serve as an anchor of peace, stability, and prosperity in Southeast Asia and beyond. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, on behalf of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade of Hungary, I would like to congratulate you on the occasion of 52nd anniversary of establishing ASEAN, which is the most important factor of peace, stability and economic growth in the region of Southeastern Asia. For Hungary, cooperation with ASEAN and its members is of utmost importance. Our Minister of Foreign Affairs and Trade during his tenure already visited all the members of the ASEAN, and I'm proud to announce that having 6 embassies in member states of ASEAN, we will expand our presence in the region by opening 2 new representation offices in 2 further members of ASEAN. I'm also glad to inform you about the growth of bilateral economic turnover between Hungary and the ASEAN members, which reached already $2.8 billion after the 12% growth comparing with the previous year's results. I would also like to underline an important part of cooperation between Hungary and the ASEAN members, which is educational cooperation. Since signing an agreement on educational cooperation in 2017, we are providing Hungarian scholarships for students from the members of ASEAN, and I'm really glad to announce you that from the academic year of 2019 and 20, more than 400 students from ASEAN members will start their studies in Hungarian universities. And I would also like to underline the fact that Hungary strongly supports all negotiations on reaching agreement on the free trade between European Union and ASEAN members. So once again, it is my great pleasure and honor to celebrate today together with you this remarkable day, the 52nd anniversary of establishing ASEAN, and I would like to wish all of you and all the members of ASEAN economic growth, prosperity, peace and stability. And I do believe that as Central Europe is the engine of economic growth in the European continent, ASEAN members and ASEAN countries are the real engines of economic growth in the region of Southeast Asia, and I do believe that this is a great momentum for the further strengthening our bilateral relations. Thank you very much.